Hey YouTube, sorry I gotta go do a second one because my camera froze. So we'll have to do two parts on this one. But to continue on, um, this is why I keep this one. This is why this is number 3 in my collection, because I had it for so long, and to have it in a bag and a board and still have the original stuff with it and be able to send it off and get a 9.4, greatly appreciative of it. So now these other two, and I don't know if you ever seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm a big guy about what was in my garage because I had kept stuff in my garage. These two were in my garage. This one did not get sold to my comic shop because they didn't ask for it. They had no interest in Carnage at the time. It was just another book. They cared about Venom, but no one cared about Carnage. Carnage just came into light now because of the movie coming. And when I finally decided to start going through my books because of COVID, I knew I had some of these nice books sitting in the long box. So I finally pulled the long box, got the long box out, went through, and saw this, and it was in a bag, no board, but just in a bag in the line because I subscribed at the time and just bought one issue of each one going through. And so I got it and I sent it into CGC. Didn't clean and press it because I didn't know what clean and pressing really was. Didn't care. It came back in 9.8. It's one of the few ones that came back in 9.8. I know I have a 252 that came back in 9.6. A couple others that came back 9.6s. I think this is the only one that came back in 9.8 that was in the garage like that. I mean, I think Batman Killing Joke came back 9.8 as well. And then there's a couple others, but this one is quite special because I found it that way. So I bought one that was a 9.8 from Lost in Time Toys, but I sold that to let because I said it didn't matter each one 9.8, but I said I'm keeping this one because this one I have history with. I mean on this one it was $1.25 when I bought it, $1.25 when I bought it, and then I want to say and then sent it off to get graded $30, and now it's a great book. So that's that one. Last, number 1, Sentimental one, to me, is Werewolf by Night 32. This book, it was in my garage in a long box, and it's funny because when I'd gone through this box once or twice already, paid no attention to this book, bypassed it each time, and I think I ended up looking at a Human Fly book that was 25 cents raw, and so it had some value over $10. And I said, maybe I need to look at all the 25-cent ones that I've got. Maybe they have something worthwhile. And I had saw this and saw this and said, okay, Werewolf by Night 32. I remember buying this book, but it's got a Moon Knight tie-in, but not sure what it was, because my understanding was at the time back then that this one was the book to get for the first appearance of Moon Knight. That one. And so that's the one that I bought that and kept it and was looking. So that's the one I thought was the big book, not this one. And so when I looked this up and found out what it was, I was like, okay, did not realize this was that way. And it looked in pretty decent shape. And so I went and said, I automatically had some offers for it. And I said, I owe it to myself to get this cleaned and pressed and then submitted, because I owe it to myself to know exactly what this book is worth, because I've had this since 1988 when I bought it for $5. And I said, there's a chance this thing could come back, high grade. What a great thing! What a great story to have for a book in the collection. Um, it may end up, down the years be worth absolutely nothing. But that's not why I keep it. That's not why I got this done. It's because what this book went through with me, years and years of stuff. Um, so my cleaning guy said expect a 9.2 because I have a spine roll in here that couldn't be fixed, and it came back a 9.4. I was quite pleased, and so not many. I think this is like one of 200 that are in existence that are 9.4 better, and so we've got it. All right, so there you have my top 10 sentimental comics in my collection. Because each one has a story. Each one has a story that sticks with me for quite a long time. And that's the passion that I have towards this hobby. So if you have those, please record them and recognize the stories that go along with them. Because it's not just a matter of flipping and buying stuff, because we do a lot of that as well, but a chance to have some of your personal story that connects you to the book. And I think that's what really makes it about, for me, is that, finding these and having connections with them and the stories with them and what they remind me of and things are important. So, there you are. I will probably not do I'll have to see Thursday or Friday if I do a auction preview comic haul video. We'll have to see about that. I may just post on IG and be done. I'm not sure. But until then, please subscribe, hit the like button. Hope you enjoyed just some reminiscing. Again, it's not about gloating. It's not about flexing. It has nothing to do with that. It's just books that have a sentimental tie to me and the reasons why. And so I'm not done collecting. I hope to improve my collection as time goes on. But I'm pleased with what I've got. And, and to tell you, honestly, I'll let everybody know, I will not pursue an AF-15. It's just not AF-15 or ASM-1 or none of those. I'm not pursuing any of those big books. Just because there are better things to do with my money than put into a comic book. There are quite a few that disagree with it, and I understand it. And if it's your passion, then pursue your passion. Just not mine. So with that, have a good evening, and we will see you next time.